We are on the cusp of the fastest, deepest, and the most consequential transformation of human civilization in history. Technology and AI continues to be a game changer for businesses across all industries. My name is Denka Kumano and I welcome you to Demystifying AI for Businesses. In this video, we offer a 30,000-foot overview of how technological convergence changed many industries over the past 15 years and how it's going to impact us over the next 10 to 15 years. The purpose of this channel is to keep delivering the best strategies for all my entrepreneurial community and all my business professionals, so collectively we can create winning strategies in our businesses. But before we continue, hit the like and subscribe to support this business channel and we can bring it to new heights. Now, grab some popcorn and let's roll. Now, let's look at how smartphone has disrupted the whole industry. It's all covered in the book called Rethinking Humanity. But first, let's step back in order to understand the key to disruption and how new technologies quickly take hold and impact not just the industry that developed them, but also other sectors and the wider economy and also the society. If we go back 15 years ago to the year of 2007, there was no coincidence when Apple launched iPhone at the same time as Google launched its Android operating system. We know that neither Google or Apple were cell phone makers, nor they had any experiences in the telecom industry. At that time, we had Nokia, BlackBerry, Motorola. Those were the giants of these industries. They were in a position to drive the future innovation, but the invention came from outside of the core industry. So why the launch didn't happen sooner? Well, their success came about due to the series of underlying technologies, each of which were required to launch that $600 phone. It came down to the cost and the capabilities. The capabilities were like the size, the weight, the reliability, and the functionality of the phone. So the product was good enough to satisfy consumers and also priced at a level that the customers were prepared to buy it. And this nicely leads us to the technology convergence. Early 2000s, each of these technologies benefited from improvements made in different markets as increasing sales volumes, competition, investment of capital, and pure ingenuity drove down the cost and improved performance. Without any of these technologies that helped to bring efficiencies and capabilities, the smartphones would not have been so disruptive. It was born through technological convergence, which is the coming together of key technologies at a particular point of time to enable the creation of an entirely new product or a service at a competitive cost. The smartphones transformed industries that provided sensors, processing power, and even development of an improved lithium-ion batteries. The cascading impact of the smartphones created amazing opportunities for many new businesses that were born. Imagine today the smartphones, they are helping us to run our day-to-day life, socializing, we are able to run businesses, the way also it changed how we listen to music and so on. Also Uber and Lyft were launched in 2009 and 2012 due to the market opportunity and advances in the technologies. The consumer electronic market and the smartphones drove significant improvements in the lithium-ion battery cost, which also created an opportunities to build electric vehicles with incredible driving ranges. This technology now disrupted the whole industry. Who would have thought that Google would be the company to create the first working autonomous vehicles? Such cross-pollination is seen also with Uber company, which was enabled by the smartphone disruption, and Uber also is helping to develop autonomous technology. The smartphone was launched in 2007, sales skyrocketed. By 2017, just 10 years later, they topped $1 trillion as the smartphone gained more than 80% market penetration. Adoption was non-linear and followed an S-curve. In all technology disruptions, the pace appears slow at first with only 1 to 2% market penetration, but then it accelerates through an exponential phase until the product reaches 80% of the market saturation. The same happened with Amazon. 10 years later, they are dominating the online e-commerce market. Also Tesla, they are another disruptors. Car manufacturers didn't expect for Tesla to survive nor to dominate the electric vehicle market. Now, all these large car manufacturers are under pressure to expedite their conversion to the electric vehicle market. 10 years ago, we couldn't have had this discussion. All these inventions were possible due to the genius thinking and the timing of technology convergence that led to disruption of today's industries. So now we know that it takes an entrepreneurial thinking and technological convergence to disrupt industries. But let's not forget about our own skill set and how far behind our workforce is to even grasp the potential of today's technology and AI. To support this survey, just a few days ago, Deloitte announced that it launches the Deloitte AI Academy to advance artificial intelligence proficiency for business and society. Our businesses should be thinking of AI as revenue producers. A new survey of 1,600 business and IT executives from Infosys mentions that AI adopters expect to see their overall revenues rise by at least 39% over the next 3 years. Also, their organization's future growth is dependent on a large scale of AI adoption. So now, taking all this into account, we need to ask ourselves, how is our business and industry being disrupted by AI? Are there any other game-changing new business models opening right now within our market? And also, how is your business maximizing data, technology, and do you have the right talent to get you there? Remember, AI isn't just an upgrade to your existing technology or infrastructure. AI is a new way of thinking and is definitely differentiating the real winners and the real losers. One important lesson is that technology improvements are moving at lightning speed. The next 10 years are going to bring inventions and change how we operate. Businesses, we need to watch out for sector disruptions. For example, transformation of our transportation is going to have a major impact on the market price of oil, which can cause it to collapse. Oil industry will have a knock-on effect on refineries, shipping, engineering, construction, and even steel. Oil is the largest tradable commodity in the world with an immediate impact on the credit markets. Since oil is tied to the dollar, the world's reserves currency hegemony will be undermined. It will have an influence on our interest rates and those having an impact on the real estate, construction, concrete, and also car sales. Another example for us, we need to change our thinking in business of how we forecast. Linear forecasting fails to account for the complexity of our environment. These complexities are the actual drivers for non-linear improvements in cost and adoption of new technologies. In my future videos, we will touch on the Industry 5.0 to give you more insights to the upcoming changes due to the technology and on the consumer. But for now, let's just keep informing yourself about these 5 foundational industries and the potential for their disruptions and the cascading impact on your industry and business. And finally, let's look at the size of the AI market to remind us why we need to learn about the latest trends in AI technology so we can drive higher sales opportunities and profitabilities in our businesses. According to International Data Corporation, IDC, the worldwide revenues for the artificial intelligence market are going to grow to $554 billion by 2024 with a 5-year compound annual growth rate of 17.5%. Depending which study you read, these numbers are continuously changing. And finally, I want to leave you with the structure of the AI market to better understand how the components of this fast-changing technology looks like. These industry major market players, these are crushing it in the global AI market. Of course, no surprise, Alphabet, Apple, Baidu, IBM, Microsoft, and the list goes on. These companies are also used by researchers to predict the future growth of the AI market. I hope you have enjoyed this 30,000-foot overview of how technological convergence influenced the past 15 years and how it's going to impact us over the next 10 to 15 years. In our future videos, we will be diving deeper into some of these technology types of AI, business applications, as well as reviewing the winning strategies of some of the industry major market players. And one more time, help this business channel to rise to new heights by hitting the like button and subscribe. Till next time, my friends, ciao!